We're live.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Knives. Mic check real quick for Knives.
Can y'all hear me?
We need to figure out a microphone setup for Knives.
My donated one was just what? What's that word?
Yeah, it was undonated. Well, I mean, it's our son's microphone, headphone, headset, whatever you want to call it. And he's found a use for it. So he's actually using it now. So we're going to have to.
Can I start a GoFundMe to get a new?
You need to GoFundMe to get a new headset.
Yes.
I don't even know what they cost. I've never even looked into them.
Everybody send in 25 cents. Thank you.
25 cents and there's 6 people watching. Yeah, that's not going to get us too far.
I'm cheap. It's okay.
Yeah, so my youngest son is probably in his room tapping his feet like, "Okay, get over with this. Let me get my headphones back."
Did you tell him to take it away because you didn't want me on your lives anymore? Or
No, he actually he spent some money and bought himself a PlayStation 5.
I seen that.
Yeah, and
How much are those?
they're a lot of money. They're a lot of free. I sure as hell wasn't going to buy it for him.
No.
Um, but you know, that's what happens when you're 17 and you don't have no bills. I suppose you can do those kind of things.
Yeah, it's
Um,
okay.
I actually want a Nintendo Wii. I can't find a Nintendo Wii. I think that'd be nice to have because all I need is Nintendo Wii and the Wii Sports, and we can play like tennis and golf and bowling and all that stuff. Would you want to do that?
No.
No. What you mean,
No.
no, woman? Man.
That
All right.
doesn't sound exciting.
All right. Now that we bored them with all this talk,
You
probably
bored them, not
got
me.
thumbs down
They
already
love
and
me. They're only here for me.
unsubscribes. And let's see. Let's check it out. I bet you I got some. I bet you I got a thumbs down already. Let's see. I'm talking about Nintendo. Nope. No thumbs down yet. Wow. Right on. Stock market. Man, someone here predicted that we were going to have an up week, and that sure as heck didn't happen. Um, I forget who it was. It doesn't really matter.
Wasn't it Gary?
It might have been Gary. Gary's always,
Gary.
he's predict. I see he's predicting it again. He's like, this week the cat will bounce. I
Maybe
hope
he's
so.
putting it into the atmosphere. That's what he wants.
Well, I hope so. I'm not against it at all. We've had 2 pretty serious weeks. Even though the market's only down still like 20% year to date. These 2, weeks of 4 or 5% down back to back is a little rough. What did it end up? Let's see. The S&P ended up down 4.4. The Nasdaq ended up down 4.9. The Russell ended up down 6.5. Sheesh. And the Dow ended up down only 3.7. If we look year to date, though, it's really not. S&P's down 23%. Nasdaq. Oh wow, Nasdaq's down 31. Russell's down 26, and the Dow's down 19. So, we'll just have to wait and see. I was looking at the market. Someone who said check out the Market Watch calendar. I'm looking at that, and there isn't a ton of stuff. Maybe Thursday you have jobless claims. Tuesday you have where was it? Was it Tuesday? Jerome Powell speaks on something stupid. Consumer confidence index on Tuesday. That's going to probably be crap. Wednesday is pending home sales. And blah, blah, blah. Jobless claims on Thursday. I think I just said that. And price index junk and spending and incomes on Friday. So I don't know why the Fed has to talk so much. I think if they shut their mouth, would probably be okay. They just talk they talk their way into crap. So I don't know. What do we do this week? Knives.
Just work.
Oh, we got our tires put on. We finally got our tires put on. That was fun. And then our battery died.
Ugh, Pep Boys is stinky.
Pep Boys was, yeah. There's no professionalism in there. Pep Boys. If any of you guys shop at Pep Boys, I remember Pep Boys from way back. Big store and service, right? And they've actually split that up. At least here in our town, the two Pep Boys here are now there's just Pep Boys Service Center. That's it. And then on the other side, they split the store. So the parts side is Advanced Auto, and the service side is Pep Boys. And yeah, there's no professionalism in these stores. You walk in, what'd you need? Not, hey, welcome. How you doing? Blah blah blah. It's what'd you need? Oh, I need a battery. It's gonna be a while. Like, dang, like, gee, what's up with this? Um, yeah, and we had to go across town to another store that had the battery in stock. And I tell you what, if you live in a big city, right, I think this is why we have phones, is so that we don't pay attention to our surroundings. But if you're in a big city, drive, pay attention to the surroundings, don't pay attention to your phone, and it will depress the crap out of you. I guarantee it. That's why I think that's why everybody has phones now, is to just keep you distracted from what's really going on. Um, there was just, I mean, we traveled, I don't know, 5 miles into town, and it's just nothing but, you know, zombies, uh, drug addicts, people doing drugs right in the open. I was driving down the street, and there was a guy walking down the street smoking crack. And I'm like, yeah, you're freaking kidding me. They don't even try to hide it. And it's just buildings are just, you know, in disrepair, and it's very, very depressing. Um, so that was our week. What else we got? What else you got? Nice, nothing.
Just bratty kids at my work.
Bratty kids at your work.
Parents, watch your kids. We're not a babysitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure parents watch their kids anymore.
Yeah, it's like, why you let them roam free in a hotel? I just don't understand it.
Yeah, me and Knives, we always are amazed at rowdy kids in like the stores and restaurants and things like that. It's like, how come you don't have control of your children? I don't understand that. And then when they get older and they act out, you wonder what happened, you know? So,
It's because people don't use the tongs in the bread box.
and they don't know where trash is after it says TRASH on the
No.
front of the container.
Yep. Reading
Yeah.
is fundamental.
Yeah. I don't know if people read anymore. So, we'll just get into comments. I think we're done with the hoopla. We got the poll question up there. I was kind of pressed for time here, trying to get Knives set up with a different microphone. It didn't happen, so we had to steal our son's microphone to use.
Send in those 25-cent donations.
Well, we're up to 18 people watching now. So, um, what the hell was I saying?
Comments.
Comments. Let's go to comments. What the hell? Oh, the poll question. What is it? What's the best thing to do with a pineapple? Make fruit salad, make pina coladas, put it on pizza, use it as a decoration.
Pina coladas for the
I
win.
vote put it on pizza.
That's disgusting.
Canadian bacon and pineapple. Hell yeah.
No.
Yes.
If you put pineapple on a pizza, we just cannot be friends.
Well, that's just too damn bad because you're stuck with me, woman.
No. If this marriage has to end because of that, so be it.
All right, let's go say hello. G Man. What's up, Gary? How's it going, Gary? Bend over. What's happening, Bend over?
My amigo's not feeling good. Bend over.
Bend over's not feeling good. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Hello, sunshines. Hey, Knives. Let's see. Gary says, hello, all. Nice fall day. Lousy last week in the market. This week, will the cat bounce? I vote for bouncing cats. That's what I let's bounce the crap out of them cats. That would help. That would help for sure.
What does that mean?
Um, they call it the dead cat bounce. It's the market sells off so much that it just has to go up. It just has to bounce. It has to hit a bottom and bounce up. Why they call it a dead cat? I don't know. I don't know if there's a chart that looks like a cat or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
There's some weird terms in the stock market. Hola bend over. Hope you are well. Wish it was fall here. Was in the 90s most of the day. Yeah, we're back to the 90s as well. It's 95 right now. As a matter of fact. And oh, speaking of gas prices, everybody was talking about gas prices going down. They've been going up steadily here. I paid yesterday 505. I believe I paid at Costco, which is the cheapest gas I can find here. Um, all this, I was seeing things like, oh, 50 days of straight declines in gas. And I'm like, well, it just went up 30 cents in a week here. Now I paid 449 2 weeks ago, and now it's 505. Like, sheesh, man. Bendover says, I wish I was a little better, but I'm doing okay. My dinner is now in the garbage can. Oh, did it suck?
Go to the next question.
Why is your dinner in the garbage? It didn't stay down. I think some of the chicken didn't cook all the way. Oh, yeah. That's not good. That's not good. You need one of them thermometers to make sure the temperature gets up there. I finally got a thermometer after all these years. I finally got a thermometer for Thanksgiving, and worked out well. Knife says, feel better, amigo. Thank you. I wasn't going to miss this no matter what. Right on, Ben. Hello, Ben. Hurricane, slurricane, run for your lives. Gas and bottled water was gone this morning already. That's right.
What?
Florida, they had a DeSantis did a preemptive state of emergency for Florida. I don't know when. I haven't picked up on it. I haven't looked at the headlines, but I don't know if it's coming this weekend. Has it hit? I don't know. Maybe Nick's could give some updates for us there.
Be safe.
Howdy, folks. I haven't been on a stream in a while. I know, W. Where you been, W? Good to be back. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Hey, W. W. Did you try GameStop for the Wii? I have not. There were some remanufactured stuff through Walmart. Probably could go inside of a GameStop and check it out, but they're probably gonna screw. I guess I'm old. I could look for a Wii. I could qualify to look for a Wii. Go Knives. Stock market is in the toilet. It sure is. NASDAQ down 30%. About time to. I think it's smart to start scaling in pretty heavy on some of this stuff. I wouldn't mind doing it. Like I'm kind of hoping my Google put that I have out. It's October 21st, I think, at $95. I kind of hope that I get those. I wouldn't mind buying Google. Um, IWM, I think I have one in the money, and then I sold another one for $150 strike out the October 21st or 28th. I don't remember. So, hey, Jaman, I'm down about 65%. Damn, that's a big number, bend over. Are you in all those Palantirs and What are those other ones? Coins and things like that. I can see that happening for sure. The spec plays got hit hard, very hard. Parker says he sold Nusi and put it into JetQ, Devo, and SCHD, taking a loss on taxes. I think that's a good move at this point. Um, all of those could give you a lot more potential upside than Nusi could. Manatoire, Matt at War. If you go to St. Louis to the Arch down the road, it looks like a dump. The road you go down to get to the River Drive. Yeah, it's sad. It's really really sad.
St.
It's
Louis, isn't that where Sweetie Pies
Is it St. Louis? Well, yeah, Sweetie Pies. Where dude got arrested, I think.
the son?
The son got arrested. Yeah. Is it St. Louis? Yeah, that's St. Louis.
Have you ever been to Sweetie Pies?
The food looks good. I'd like to go. A general depression has taken over. It is hard to do anything, but I am a happy, positive person, and the future is so bright. You must wear shades. What's that from?
Isn't that Devo? No.
I gotta wear shades. No, how's that go?
Yeah, don't try singing.
You like my singing?
No.
No,
Timbuk 3?
Timbuk 3, or is it a movie? I don't remember.
No, it's a song. Here, I'll play it.
By
Oh, wait.
Timbuk 3.
Is this going to let me? Hold on.
Your headphones are in. It's probably not going to play out loud.
Oh. Yeah, Timbuk 3, The Future's So Bright.
Bend over. Shades are broke. Damn it. The food guy. Pineapple is life. Heck yeah.
Pineapple alone is life.
Pineapple on pizza, bro.
Equals divorce.
Use pineapple. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's correct. G-Man says pineapple on pizza and a happy emoji. Yes.
You gotta go, G-Man. Sorry.
I don't think that's a happy emoji, but
Oh, you could stay, G-Man.
Ethos has entered the chat. Ethos Investing, Dan the man, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't been on social media either, so my wife's trying to make a TikTok, but I'm barely on Instagram, barely on Facebook,
TikTok is fun.
and I'll probably barely be on TikTok, tick. Gas only went down because Biden depleted our strategic reserve. It's not depleted all the way, is it? I hope not. That'd be like the dumbest crap ever.
I think Biden's brain is depleted.
Yeah, there's no way in hell he knows what's going on. It can't be. Bend over. Who did the cooking, Ben? Paid $377 yesterday here in Chicago. Burbs in the burbs. G-Man is in the burbs. $377. Yeah, that would have saved me about $15. Steve Steele says he found $5 in a store earlier today, handed it in to customer service, and was asked, "Last person keeps it. Has honesty been eliminated?"
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much has.
Along
It's
with common sense.
common sense is gone. Honesty is
Respect.
gone. Respect is gone. You know what's interesting? Those of you that are following Dave hidden off grid on his Appalachian Trail hike videos, he went through West Virginia. Okay, and West Virginia for some reason always interested me. So when he went through West Virginia, I started looking up just videos about West Virginia, and I come up with there's a YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly, and he does these all these interviews with just random people, and he went up into the Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia and found a inbred family and did a series of videos on them.
Why were they inbred? They like bread?
They don't like bread, I guess, so they were in it. Um, but the point is he did a lot of interviews around this area, and I was, all these people, they're drug addicted, they're, dirty, they don't look like normal, uh, what we would consider normal or societal normal. Um, but the crazy part was that they all seem to have a very, very good level of respect, of decency. Um, um, you know, do they do drugs? Yes. Do they live in squalor? Yes. Do they do crappy stuff to survive? Yes. But the general, you know, if you look at it in a big picture, it seems like these people are very respectful people, independent people, um, helpful people. And it's maybe like we got everything wrong. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at is even though their conditions are absolutely um, what normal society would consider deplorable, if you for lack of a better word, most of them are very kind, respectful people, which is missing from a lot of the normal city folk that are downtrodden. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that, but that honesty thing has just kind of sparked it. Bendover said he fixed it. Dang it, Ben. What was it? Chicken Alfredo?
Chicken
Um,
cacciatore?
chicken cacciatore. Ooh, that sounds good. Gary says, "Why is Jeppy getting bad reviews? It is still beating the Spy." Um, I I don't. I see headlines and I think it's funny. Don't if you're real like stay away from Seeking Alpha, okay? Because it's like the dumbest that's any anybody and their cousin's brother can write for Seeking Alpha. There's no qualifications. There's nothing. Okay, and it's freaking nuts because you'll see if you look at like related articles, Jeppy time to buy hand over fist, published September 20th, and then the next article down. Stay clear away from Jeppy. It's gonna crash and burn, and it was published the same day. So it's like it's it's almost like watching the news, like regular news. The food guy's paying $3.24. Dang, I wouldn't say that's cheap. I shouldn't say that's cheap, but compared to 505, it's pretty cheap. How many more rate hikes can the economy take? Well, apparently, um, the what I heard, I don't know because I don't understand the economy that well, but is that the interest rate to really combat inflation, the interest rate should be higher than the inflation rate. So, what does that tell you, right? The interest rate is what, 3.5%, and inflation is like 8. something. So how many more rate hikes can it take, right? Kyle says he will never retire at this rate. You can retire. I bet you can retire right now if you wanted to, if you really, really wanted to. You would just have to be probably in another country. Hurricane Ian headed toward Cuba right now and is scheduled to hit somewhere in Florida or the Gulf by Friday, September 30th. Damn, y'all got. That's the nice thing about hurricanes is they give you warnings. Like they'll be out there. Like I'm over here, mofo's. Y'all better be prepared. And that's the drawback of like a earthquake or like tornadoes, because tornadoes can just pop up, I do believe, but hurricanes have to develop. Tornadoes, I think, can just appear. It could be wrong. Does anyone know what the interest on the national debt is? Last I saw, it was 487 billion.
Damn.
It's probably that. I mean, you're talking 20 something trillion. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what the true, like, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like 30 trillion. What's, 3-4% of that? Food guy says it exactly. That's a lot.
It's ridiculous.
Everyone should know that the national debt rising is meaningless. The U.S. government has unlimited assets, think land, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's meaningless. Like I can just, you know, we own the debt. The citizens and the government own the debt. So, for the most part, what if they don't have enough tax dollars to service it? No, just print more and service it. Go Knives, Timbuk3, 1980s, great song. See, you're the special one. Plus, you're right about a pineapple pizza from the streams, old Italian.
Hey, gotta do what I gotta do.
Ham and pineapple. Want to get a pizza, babe?
No.
Ham and pineapple?
Nope.
Dang it. We were cousin and siblings. Yeah, they were. There's the most famous ones in the country are the Whitakers, and they were their parents were first cousins.
Yikes.
Nick says he watches Soft White Underbelly. Great videos all over the country. Absolutely. I've been on a all weekend. I've been kind of playing them here and there, but the Whitakers really tripped me out. Those types of folks just want to be left alone. When you try to change their value system, that's when you have problems. Yeah, exactly. And that's, there's nothing. I think that's the problem. You see, we think we need to change them, but their values no longer align with societal values. They don't, because their individualism, leave me the hell alone, live on your own, live on the land, whatever, hard work, blah, blah, blah. That's no longer part of America. It isn't. And, we go up there and think, we need to do something to change them. And I think we could actually learn a lot from them, even though, they're living in squalor. Chicken tartare.
Ew.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
No.
No? Well, damn it. What is this? You got some Frenches or something? Heinz?
You better hush your mouth.
Tom says he bought SCHD and Jeppy on Friday at 29,500. May buy some SPHD, land, healthy chunk of SCHD, SCHG or QQQ after next rate hike. What's better, SCHY or VYMI?
There's so many letters and all that.
Yeah, there is a lot of letters. I haven't looked back at SCHY in a while, but I liked the concept. But I think, I think the dividends for international is going to be, as long as you're okay with a fluctuating dividend, because they're always going to fluctuate. They're never going to be consistent. And, international companies more or less don't care about paying you a dividend if they do, right? If something goes wrong, they have no qualms about taking away the dividend. Where an American company, an S&P company, will be like, oh man, we don't want to freaking piss off the shareholders. The internationals, they don't give a damn. So I think either one, really. 80s had the best music. 80s.
Fight me on that.
Who would be your top 3 80s artist, Knives?
Oh, I can't even say. They're all the best. Like
Madonna,
Duran. Madonna was good then. Who
Def
else?
Leppard,
I love them.
Van Halen,
Not so much.
ZZ Top,
No. You're talking out your ass now, Welch.
Anthrax.
The fuck?
Tom says, go to the South if you want nice, honest people. Very few of those in Western USA. Um, I'd like to probably check out some smaller towns. Um, the big cities I think are gone. I don't think there's any hope for any big city in America. Period. I really don't. Um, so to find that little slice of Americana might be difficult. A 20, a 10 to 30,000 population, somewhere in there might be tough to find. There's that argument, right, with the big city. Oh, you're not going to be around this, or you're not going to be around that, or like, I don't care. I really don't. Um, you're going to have to travel 30 minutes to Walmart. Whoop-de friggin' do. You know what I mean?
We need to go move to Mayberry.
Yeah, we need Mayberry in the house. Where is Mayberry, by the way? Is Mayberry a real place?
I don't think so.
Yeah, dang it. Kyle says, I have a bad feeling we are going to go into a depression. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, if we are, we are. What are you going to do about it? That's the problem.
We'll get through it.
Hmm?
We'll get through it.
Yeah, I mean, just them people got through it. You can get through it. It's going to happen eventually, and it's the way it is. Everyone, that's a pretty tall tale there, Mr. Ethos Investing. Everyone is friendly in the Midwest, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Can't say everyone.
You could say there's a bunch of friendly people in the Midwest, but I wouldn't put everyone. They are going to hike rate blah. Need water. They're going to hike rate damn it.
They are going to hike rates until the economy breaks. That's the point. They are doing it on purpose to drive the economy into recession. World Bankles are all in cahoots.
Yeah. I wish they'd just do it. Get it over with. Pull the Band-Aid off, set us into recession, depression, whatever you want to call it, and handle it. Tom says 70s has better music, too much coke, and 80s musicians. I kind of agree with that. I'm more of a 70s guy than the 80s. As far as like I'm a big like soul R&B 70s guy. 80s started 80s when I was introduced into the rap hip hop scene, but the that part didn't really get good for me until the 90s. But 60s and 70s like R&B, I'm all over that. Gary says Knives, the 80s had good music, yes, but the best is in the ears of the listener. But the energy of the 80s music was intense. Intense. Why were they intense? They didn't have RVs.
So they were in tents.
Exchange rates are going to be all over the place in the near term. Europe is about to freeze in a couple of months. Yeah, that's going to be interesting about Europe. Like, are they going to do anything? I know that what's interesting, we're talking about natural gas, right, for Europe and heating and things like that, which they only get basically from Russia. So, what we're going to do, our smart ass leadership here, is going to export our natural gas reserves over to Europe, which in turn will what? Our supply gets depleted, our prices go up. Let's see. If you bought SQQQ last Monday morning, you did well. I told you, but I only bought 75 shares. I'm too conservative. JetQ is a good choice tomorrow. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying last time. It's like you never buy enough for that to really make a difference. Okay, you're up, 3-4% on those 75 shares, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Um, well, let's look. Might actually be 12%. Yeah, 11 and a half. So, you know, but on the overall, it's like, how much would you really have needed to offset it? I don't know. I never could get enough. That's the problem. All major cities are trending toward Mad Max territory, basically lawless population centers. And that's the absolute truth. Knives sent me a couple articles. There was someone attacked in a Target. An employee was slashed or something. Um, then at Home Depot, just yesterday, someone was shot at the Home Depot. Um, it's like getting nuts. It really is, and it's like I I don't like going out. That's the bad part. Like I remember the Pep Boys that we went to was in a decent neighborhood, but they didn't have the part in stock, and they said, "Well, you have to go to this store if you want to get it today." And I was like, "Damn it," because that's not the place to be. And yeah, that sucked. That sucked.
Even driving out of there, all those crackheads
Yeah, they were just right in the parking lot. They were just
chilling.
chilling, doing their dope, buying their dope. Cops are right there too. They ain't gonna do nothing about it. Mayberry was in North Carolina, but fictional. Damn it. Mayberry is based on Mount Airy, North Carolina. I'm gonna have to do some research into Mount Airy, North Carolina after this stream is done. Well, here we go. Tom's doing the everybody thing too, like Ethos was. Everyone is boring in the Midwest. Mayberry is in North Carolina near Virginia border. I'll have to take a look see. I don't care about boring. I would love to be boring.
Oh, you are.
Oh, I know I'm boring, but I would love to be in a boring town, boring city, boring region. That sounds like fun. This is funny because I just saw this today. How come none of the men in Mayberry were married except Otis and he stayed drunk all day? The show was canceled a year after Andy got married. I saw that as a meme or something like Otis was the only one, and only married one in Mayberry, but he was drunk all the damn time.
No, there was that one guy. I can't think of it. That character's name. He was like a little bummy.
That wasn't Otis.
No,
Wasn't Otis the one that had the key to
the jail.
the jail?
It
He'd have to
hung.
let himself in.
It just hung on the wall.
Most small towns in most states have nice people. It's the big social cities that are so terrible and full of nasty people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I look for that. Like when I research places to go, I'm like, okay, how big is this place? If it's 100,000 and up, it starts getting a little shady. Mayberry was based on town in North Carolina, I think. These rate hikes are torture. Just do it all at once and get it done with already. Excuse me. I agree. I think they should have just, doubled it and just made it a big shock to the system, force it into recession or whatever, force it into it, and then go from there. I believe that China owns the national debt. Taxpayers in the U.S. merely service government's irresponsible financial policies via taxation. No, China owns a portion. They own a little bit. Uh, the major owners are us. Um, I wish I had that chart. Who owns America's debt? The public holds over 24 trillion of the national debt. Foreign governments are pretty much the rest. So, um, China, as of August 23rd, 2022, they only have about 1 trillion in our debt. So, the vast majority is owned by us. Doing it all at once would cause mass employment. You mean mass unemployment, and would be bad for midterm elections. Everything is political. Oh yeah, it would, and that's probably what's going to be needed. Good point. Point's good. Europeans don't have enough natural gas storage capacity. They're screwed. They also mothballed their nuke plants and signed deals with Russia for gas. Yep, they're gonna have a tough time. New York City is Mad Max territory. The knockout game has returned. An 84-year-old man got slammed in Harlem yesterday. It's horrific. Most of the big cities are in that way. New York, Chicago, Detroit, uh, even where Bend Over's from, New Orleans. Oh, and yours reminded me. There's a YouTuber called Charlie Boy, I think BOI, and he travels some of these places, like the hoods of New Orleans, Miami, Atlanta, uh, St. Louis, Houston, um, and these. I tell you what, the places this guy, it's just driving videos. He doesn't narrate. He doesn't do anything. He just drives through. And a lot of these places look like third world. Like you're not even it doesn't even look recognizable as America at all. It's pretty wild. It's like what you're thinking to yourself, what country is he in? He's in America, and it looks like a desert in Istanbul or something. I don't know. It's just crazy. Kyle says the Midwest may be boring, but at least I can afford a house and have an unlimited supply of corn.
Have you heard the corn song?
Have you ever heard the corn song?
Corn.
Con, isn't it con? No, to me, I was looking at some of the Midwest areas, and I'm like, man, they got some lakes. We can go fishing. There's probably some nice land you can buy. I don't know, man. This city life is for the birds. Wait until the housing market crashes and move to the Midwest or South. South. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna ever move, honestly. I'd like to, but we'll see. Mount Airy, North Carolina. I'd rather stick with VYMI. It has a longer track record. Probably a good idea. Gary says inflation is good. Why is it bad to have low unemployment? Asset value, stock and houses should go up. That makes everyone happy. Think about all the pension 401ks that are losing 25%. I think he's responding to Ethos down there. Um, there it is. Charlie Boy. I think it's BOI. Is it? 313. Has great videos as well as Hood Time. Yeah, it does. He'll drive through some hoods, and it's like, holy crap, man! It's like it looks like a freaking war zone, and you really think like, okay, what country is that? That's really was my thought at first. If I didn't see the video title, and I just watched the video, I'd have been like, what country is this guy in? It's freaking crazy. The problem is that inflation causes consumer good prices to skyrocket while salaries, wages don't keep pace. Everyone becomes poor except the insanely wealthy. Um, I'd have to agree. Um, everything's way more money, and we don't even. That's what bugs me, right? Like we spend about $4,000 a month to live here, right? Which is actually cheap for California overall. Okay, there's people out here that are spending way more money than us. But the thing is, what I'm tired of is spending that $4,000 and we really don't do anything. That's the bad part. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're not going out all the time and enjoying life or living it up or anything like that, right? It's just $4,000 to sustain, to survive. And, I, that has to change. It just does. We'll have to just leave somewhere. Don't know where. Some of the places in those videos looks like they were nuked by Putin in Charlie Boy 313 videos. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They look horrible. Yeah, it's nuts. Hood vlogs on YouTube is good too. Right on. Dan watches hood vlogs. Tom says cities with 25 to 100,000 people are probably best. Small cities have no health care, no jobs, and full of meth heads. Rapid City, South Dakota, Omaha, Waterloo, Iowa, High Point. Mm. Mm. High Point. Mm. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Even I mean, even the being on the outskirts of a 100,000 population city is fine. Like, um, you could be in a 5,000 population city, but right next door is the $100,000 population city that you'd get bused to for healthcare or whatever if you needed that. Look into homesteading with your RV. Jerry would look good hauling water on a donkey until. Well, no, knives would have to carry it on her head. Isn't that how the thing goes? They haul stuff and just stick them on their heads. And
You got that big old head.
mine's not that flat though. I don't think that'll work.
So you're saying I have a flat head?
Maybe it would work. See, imagine that like a basket full of peppers or something. Lewiston, Idaho is very nice. Also, Idaho is getting expensive, and I guess that's everything. All these people that are moving out of California, Washington, Oregon are uh, are driving up those prices for sure. For sure. How's the poll doing? 42% says, "What is the best thing to do with a pineapple?" 42% says, "Make fruit salad."
Yum.
17% says, "Make piña coladas." 33% are my peoples, and they put it on pizza.
You
Heck
will all be
yeah.
getting blocked.
Whoever you 33% are, you are my peoples. And 8% says use it as a decoration. That's funny. So, what else we got? I'm like, I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, this stupid dog keeps barking. He has a lot to say.
Yeah. The southwest and southeast are the places to go. Um, Southwest, uh, like where though? The mountains in New Mexico. Um, Arizona's too damn hot. But then, the southeast, everything there is hot. Unless you get to like northern, maybe Tennessee. I don't know. It's still going to be humid as hell. There's really no good places. I think Idaho is a nice spot. Um, but then you start going east from there, and then it just gets cold as hell in the winter. So I don't know. I lived in New Mexico when I was in the military, and it was cheap in the small towns. Yeah. Um, I think you got to go up in the mountains in New Mexico to get away from the heat. Um, but I think it's kind of isn't it kind of deserty, right, in New Mexico? I haven't really checked it out, but we are definitely deserty here. We are in the desert. We do live in the desert. Central California is basically a desert. They call it the valley, but get out of California. The state will have catastrophic water issues soon. That and none of the DAs prosecute. Yeah, I mean, there's already water issues. Um, I don't know what they're going to do, honestly. Um, no rain. They're going to have to desalinate. Um, they're going to need to bring, I think they're going to need to bring back nuclear power if they're going to desalinate and charge a bunch of electric vehicles. All states in the Southeast are cheap except Texas, Georgia, and Florida. Yeah, I was looking at Arkansas. There was a couple of cities in Arkansas that was got my attention, but they're touristy areas, so that might not work. Tennessee is great with no state income tax. Yeah, I don't really care about the income tax because we won't. If we go there, we're not going to make enough money to even make a difference, even if there was an income tax. With the market down this year, do you see QYLD, RYLD, XYLD having more return of capital rather than ordinary income? I would imagine so. There was somebody saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy some QYLD for their big end of the year distribution." I don't like they've had it like the past couple years. I don't think that's happening. Um, I think possibly it would be return of capital, but you never know. They can choose either way. Lots of open land in eastern Tennessee. Yeah, see, that's tough because I wouldn't mind buying something right now, but buying something without seeing it sight unseen would be rough. Southwest is sketchy. Breaking Bad, meth heads. Idaho and North Carolina are great. Iowa also good. I think meth heads are graduating to fentanyl and all that stuff. Heroin, fentanyl. Yeah, desert or mountains in New Mexico, two extremes. Yeah, I think I'd rather be in the mountains because I don't think they get a ton of snow in New Mexico. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a dusting. I just don't want 3 feet of snow and have to shovel my way out of my house. That type of thing. I don't mind a dusting on the ground. Let's see. Arkansas is really nice. However, property prices have almost doubled in the last 2 years with people moving from California and Chicago. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was interesting. I was looking a couple years ago, I was looking at Arkansas and I was like, man, brand new houses there, 110,000 or something like that, 120 grand, brand new. And now they're, starting at, 250 or something like that. Everyone talks about moving. If you're unhappy with your place, just go do it. Next week you'll wake up old. Life is for living. That's our philosophy. What group did that number one song? I don't know. Life is for living. That's our philosophy. Who did that? Knives.
Um, I don't know.
I do kind of wish we did move years ago. Um, where the kids didn't have a say so or, input into that. Um, but now, he's going to be 18 in 7 months, and it's like I'm not going to uproot him into what he knows, even though in the long term, I do believe that's probably the best thing, but he probably wouldn't like it.
It's Mungo Jerry.
Good night, all, and it was Mungo Jerry in the summertime.
That's it.
Mungo Jerry. People are fleeing California, New York, and Illinois. I wonder why.
California sucks.
California. I mean, here's the thing. It's really odd to me how our governor, the California governor, talks about, oh, we're doing great and blah blah blah, and we're the biggest economy. We're one of the biggest economies in the world, and blah blah blah. but yet nothing has improved. Nothing. There is not one thing that I can think of here in California that has improved. Roads are crappier, air is crappier, water quality is probably crappier. Um, General life is crappier. Infrastructure, bridges is crappier. The electrical grid is crappier. Water storage is crappier. There's nothing has improved. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So I don't understand how he can be so braggadocious and then sit there and say we have billions of dollars in surplus, but yet they're still trying to raise taxes. I don't get it. I mean, I do get it, but I just don't. It's strange. It's really strange. Laugh out loud. I did move. Best decision ever. I believe you're in Missouri. I do believe. Uh, Southwest Virginia is nice. A lot of college towns. Southwest Virginia. I'll have to take a look at that. Roanoke, Blacksburg, etc. The South is heavily trees. Cali people not used to that. I love me some trees. Newsom says that's because he has presidential aspirations. He's what is that?
Garbage can.
He's trash.
We agree.
I don't get it. I can't point to anything that you could say California has improved on. I can't. If anybody can think of something, please let me know because I don't know what it is.
There's all those weirdos that swear he's doing a great job.
Here we go. Gary's back. He couldn't go to sleep. I came back to defend California's surf lifestyle. If it's not like I dreamed of in the 1960s, 70s, don't pop my bubble. I spent time in LA and San Diego and San Francisco in the 80s and loved it. Yeah, um, it's different, totally different. I will say this: if you're gonna go and surf and go to the beach, don't go barefoot. That's all I'm going to say. You might end up with something life threatening poking you in the foot. Make sure you have good shoes on. Okay, now I can say goodnight and good vibrations. Good night, Gary.
Have a good night.
80s California called and wants its vibe back. Yeah, it does. It really does. The Warriors and Giants have improved. I guess that is true, except I can't afford to go to a game. That's for damn sure. Um, decent tickets to a Warriors game is like $300 or $400 a piece, and that's just the ticket. That's not the parking's probably another 50. Um, getting there, and then you got tolls, and then you got food. Just for a family of three to go to a Warriors game and get good seats, you're probably talking a couple $1,000s. Baseball is probably the cheaper one. Probably not by a whole lot if you want good seats. Now you jump over feces walking down the sidewalk in California. This is true. I went to this. It's 100% true. I was walking through the parking lot. This was last year. I went to uh, get the oil change in the car, and I dropped it off. And I walked over to, I think it was me and my son walked over to Best Buy or something. And we walked behind the building, and yep, there were what do you call them? Um, Landmines on the concrete. And they didn't even try to put it in the dirt or behind a bush or anything. It was just brown landmines all over the place. It was like, don't step there. Make sure you avoid that.
We had a homeless guy passed out in the patio of our hotel.
Oh yeah,
Had all his groceries and alcohol all over the table.
it's sad.
Then he stole our furniture.
And nothing happened to him.
No.
I just want to picture California like the old movie Hard Bodies. Well, you're just gonna have to watch the movie because it's probably nothing like that. Good catching up, G. Got to run right on, Dan. Appreciate it. Let's see, how many thumbs down have I gotten for my California rants and stuff? Unbelievable, none. That is shocking. But we certainly don't have very many people because we're not talking about what people want to talk about, and that is fine. So I'm going to leave it at that. We got only 16 people watching. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Knives, for showing up. This was a good session.
Am I getting paid for this?
You are getting paid for this. You may get a new headset.
Yay.
Maybe. You got to use all you guys in the chat, though. Bookmark my Amazon link down in the description of every video that I do. Bookmark it so that anytime you shop on Amazon, use my link. It shoves us, 3-4%, and it's helpful. It's helpful, right? Like I think we're gonna make like $45 from Amazon um, this month, maybe a little bit more. Um, and that's nothing to sneeze at. That's you can almost buy a share of. I think you can buy a share of JepQ with that. And so I appreciate it. Family appreciates it. Thank you very much for the show. Bendover says, right on. I appreciate y'all. You have any last words there, Knives?
Have a good week.
Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you here. Same bat time, same bat channel. No one but the media thinks he's doing a good job. Exactly.
No, I
He,
think there's a small handful of people that seriously think he's doing a good job, or
no,
maybe it's people he's paid off.
there's people that just they put blinders on and they don't really see what's happening. There's a lot of people that live like that. They live in their own little bubble. Uh, they can put their blinders on, put their head down into their phone, and not actually see that nothing around them is improving. Um, and that's just the way it goes. So anyhow, hope you all have a good week. We'll see you here next week. Thanks for coming by,
Bye,
and
everyone.
we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye bye.